For 16 years, I lived in the shadows, hunting phantoms, hiding behind the armor. But the real monsters aren't in the dark. They are the fears we refuse to face. It's time to drop the mask. It's time to break the silence. You don't have to fight the dark alone. Are we truly unknown, or just too scared to live? Stop waiting for the stars to fall. Give everything you have to give. Step into the light, break the chains, leave the ghost behind, rewrite the pain. Are we truly unknown?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Dakota Franson, and we are back with another episode of Are We Truly Unknown? Today's date for me, as I'm recording this, is July 18th, 2026. It is currently 3:09 a.m. There's a topic of discussion that I actually would like to cover in this episode because I feel like it's something that really should be evaluated more in depth, especially within the modern world. And I would genuinely like to hear people's thoughts in regards to this. And that is the topic of digital followings versus true legacy. Now, it's not exactly a secret that when it comes to social media engagement, being able to rally thousands of followers can help you secure brand deals, secure funding, quit your job. I understand the appeal. But what is it that we're actually putting together when we make these pursuits? We might meet some interesting people, don't get me wrong. I've met many of my dearest friends, my most valuable mentors, being able to do programs like this, getting into these discussions. I met the woman of my dreams, being able to do stuff like this. A woman that may or may not be the answer to a mystery that saved my life years ago. I've had many amazing opportunities, one of which, hopefully soon, the final dotted I's and crossed T's will be done so I can make the official announcement and play the song on air for you all instead of constantly teasing about it like I have been in the headlines. I was able to network through various individuals and achieve many of the things that have been on my own personal bucket list for longer than I've been active in this pursuit. And for those of you who don't know, I've been active since I was 14 years old. I started researching, looking into certain things before then, but that's about when I got my start. And not to sound like I'm bragging, but works I've put together, they've ended up in some very interesting places. The first sighting of a full body apparition I ever encountered at the old Idaho State Penitentiary when I was 9 years old. That story is currently sitting within a haunted tales anthology titled Hauntings from the Snake River Plain, and it actually sits within the Idaho history rooms of local libraries. I have mental health resources circulating within Harvard. A book on parapsychology my company released was recently evaluated by the Society for Psychical Research out of Cambridge. I'm a shareholder in about 15 different companies, with prospects growing more. I'm the CEO of my own company, have a team of 6 who have done incredible work. I have had absolutely no disappointment in them. I've had ties in space launches, weapons manufacturing, restaurants, and of course, multimedia production. There's archives of my works currently sitting on the surface of the moon as we speak, within a specialized capsule designed to withstand the test of time and potentially survive total global annihilation, with further launch payloads being worked as we speak. And yet, I keep running into the same remarks about people who seem to think that followers on Instagram, on TikTok, those are what actually matter. They don't, ladies and gentlemen. If anything, those numbers are markers of how good of a liar someone is. Because social media promotes even the most honest people to lie, to only post the highlight reels, but not the tragedies. And again, it's understandable that these measures are in place to an extent. But can I propose something? Just a little thought. Say there's a change in the algorithm. Your materials aren't getting pushed out as much anymore. How many of your so-called followers would still seek you out? How many of them would ask if you're okay? Hmm? I also would like to ask if you were to mention something about something not going right, a family member becoming sick or getting involved in a car accident, how many people would actually reach out to check in? How many people would actually, how many people who would actually check in don't because they don't see that update? There's many different factors going into this, I will admit. I'm a firm believer in nuance, and I'm not going to sit here and try to ignore and cherry pick little facts about the way the world is right now in order to make my point. Because my point is, the people who rely solely on their social media presence, while yes, it is a valuable tool, they're going to be the same people that are going to be easily forgotten. How many of you had to sit down and when you're struggling with something, you find it annoying because everybody assumes that things are okay? How many times have we seen information that someone had died tragically and immediately people start to assume that the information about the death was fake? Because one, they can't handle the truth, and two, they were fed, they believed the lie that the person was okay. I mentioned these points before. I know. I know. I'm not denying it. In certain aspects of this, I will fully admit. I will fully confess that certain aspects of this broadcast are being personally motivated. Why? Because last week, at the time of this recording, I had received a phone call that my younger sister was in an accident.
I heard your anger echoing through the streets. I saw the shattered roses lying at your feet. I locked the lounge, I threw away the mask. There's only one thing left for me to ask. No more paradise of empty thrills, no more chasing shadows on the hills.
I don't want the freedom if it means I lose your hand.
I'm finally ready to stay right where I stand.
I swore that love was nothing but a lie, a cheap illusion meant to make us cry.
But here you are, standing in the gray,
with no more games left for you to play.
Your eyes are tired, but they're looking true.
And God help me, I'm still in love with you.
We burned it down, we fought the rising tide,
but there's nowhere left for my heart to hide.
so let's just talk until dawn. Now that the smoke and the shadows are gone, no dangerous game,
No wicked black lace,
just two honest souls in a quiet embrace for the rest of my days.
for the rest of my life.
We're stepping together
out of the strife.
Hold me close,
Let the world slip away. We're talking until dawn brings a brand new day.
I spent a lifetime trying to be cool, playing the gentleman, acting like a fool.
But a house is just a building till you walk inside.
And I'm tired of finding a place to hide. I wanted the sunlight,
The Sunday morning light,
not just a whisper.
in the dead of night,
And seeing you now,
with your guard on the floor,
I know I don't have to search anymore. No more secrets behind locked doors.
no more crying on the marble floor.
I promise you the morning,
I promise you the sun.
I promise you the future that we've just begun.
Strip away the theater, silence the horn. We're waiting right here to be reborn. So let's just talk until dawn.
Now that the smoke,
Now that the smoke and the shadows are gone,
no dangerous game,
no wicked black lace,
just two honest souls in a quiet embrace.
ooh, for the rest of my days,
For the rest of my life,
we're stepping together out of the strife.
hold me close.
Let the world slip away. We're talking until dawn brings a brand new day.
Look, the sky is turning blue
I'm staying right here with you,
until dawn.
and every dawn after,
No more lies.
just you and I.
Now, my sister, even for some of the most minor situations, has always had a problem with maintaining enough of a composure when she gets emotional to where people can actually understand what she's trying to say. But the part that immediately concerned me was the fact that my 2-year-old niece was in the car. Now, before anyone goes to assume that I'm about to report on something dark and heavy, I am happy to report that everyone involved in the accident was cleared enough to go home. Nobody had to be taken to the hospital in the back of an ambulance. My sister, she got a little banged up, sprained ankle, some friction burns and blisters from the airbag being deployed, but she's okay. As for the toddler, I am very much happy to report that after the little monster had a chance to actually calm down, she immediately slept off the first major adrenaline spike that she had ever experienced in her life, and is back to her usual chaotic self with no sustained injuries. You see it all the time whenever there's a major tragedy, be it a school shooting, be it a celebrity death, whatever the situation may be, that we have thoughts and prayers, and how many people are critical because thoughts and prayers don't do jack. Now, in a spiritual context, yes, there is a scientifically measurable aspect of prayer. It is recorded. Some believe that it might just be a mystical placebo effect, and that could very well be the case. That genuine thoughts and prayers, laws of manifestation, they held some merit. And in the previous season, it's something that I've also criticized because a lot of people seem to assume that thoughts and prayers are enough. That we don't have to take action to go after the things we want. Sure, TikTok can be a fun little distraction. I know a lot of people, friends, myself included. I'm not trying to put myself in an ivory tower, say I'm better than everyone. I fell for these traps too. Utilize TikTok as a fun little distraction. I made dumb little videos to make fun of my younger sister for her TikTok obsession. One of the only times I ever went viral on the platform was after they started to roll out customizable AI filters. And I put one together that was Mortal Kombat based. And for some odd reason, that just took off. And dear Lord, my phone was going off so rapidly, you would think I was firing a futuristic sci-fi plasma gun at a high rate of speed. Which, cool, fine, it racked up my followers, cool, yeah. But when you work the night shift and you're trying to sleep, it's a bitch. But in the end, that filter slows down. I still get notifications from it from time to time. Some that, for some odd reason, are 2 years too late. But still, the fun fades. And because of the dopamine highs, shrinking attention spans. People move on to the next thing. The algorithm shifts. Next thing you know, you're struggling to get out of that 200 view jail. Really quite annoying, isn't it? Let's take our first musical break and we'll get right into it, shall we?
The screen door hangs a little low, same loose hinge, same Sunday glow. Your name still drifts off that old phone like dust in a beam I can't outrun. I found your boots by the back shed wall, still caked with mud from that county fair. And every room in this little house feels a little less empty when you're there. I shut the window, I light the stove, but some old memories won't let go. They tap the glass when the wind runs cold and lean in close like they know me well. Ghosts from the past won't stay in the past. They sit on the porch and never leave fast. Ghosts Better sleep in a coffee tin, folded neat where the crease is worn thin. One says sorry, one says stay, one just faded with the rain. Now the gravel sings under every wheel, and I half expect your door to squeal. There's a shadow in the passenger side that wears your smile when I drive at night. I tell myself just let it go, but memory's a stubborn old dog, you know. It circles back to the same front step with dirt on its paws and a broken chain. Ghosts from the past won't stay in the past. They sit on the porch and never leave fast. Ghosts from the past know where my heart's at. I wave them on by, but they just come back. But maybe that's the price of the road I chose. Every mile leaves a mark it knows. Some folks fade, some folks stick like smoke in the rafters of a house that broke. So if I hear you in the screen door slam, or see you in the flash of a passing van, I don't run, I just let it stand. 'Cause love can linger like a calloused hand. Ghosts from the past won't stay in the past. They sit on the porch and never leave fast. Ghosts from the past know where my heart's at. I wave them on by, but they just come back.
Now, the main thing I want to talk about, to put into your minds, is legacy. How it is you'll truly be remembered. Your impact, the mark you leave on the world. Because the human attention span is fleeting. More often than not, a rule of thumb when it comes to publicity. Good, bad, fallout from scandals, rumors, things like that. Typically, in those matters, public gossip only lasts for maybe a couple of weeks, tops. Then it burns out, people move on to the next craze. The fragility of the human attention span is something that is exploited in nearly every form. Perhaps the problem I have in this moment is that I chased that for so long in order to try to hide from my own demons, for lack of a better word, that my system has effectively become numb to those spikes. Some tried to encourage me, oh, you should go live, you should stream your stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, why? What's the point? It helps boost your views. Okay. And how often am I having to stop because someone's asking questions? Because someone who doesn't have much else going on for them in life decides to troll. I don't have the patience for that anymore. I don't want to be sitting there begging You could say, well, Dakota, you could just take on your own ways of funding things. And for those of you who are making that remark, clearly you forget my setup. See, the way things I have them set up, my funding is achieved through my book sales. I rely on no one. I create the materials. Sometimes they're paranormal based, sometimes they're not. Some focus on aspects of mental health. Some are just fun stories. And you know what? I'll let the secret out. Sometimes it's erotic fiction, utilized as funding. What this does is creates a lucrative income stream. Perhaps it doesn't generate the same amount of revenue as if I stripped my top off and flashed my boobs. Oh, wait, I'm not a sexy woman, in spite of how easy AI makes me one. It doesn't. The book sales angle is far from a substantial income stream to where I could quit my day job, as much as I would like it to be. But it's enough of a proof of concept to show that there is viability behind it. Which in turn makes it to where I am not easily compromised. And I've been told that scares people. Because I can make my way into a space and automatically know what I am capable of, what I can accomplish. While so many others are trying to figure that out, who get stuck in these dopamine, TikTok, social media, Instagram views. And you want to know what many of them question? What many of those people ask? Why is it they feel so alone when they have so many people hitting them up? You can be in a room full of people. They can chat you up, they can head out to parties, go on special events with you. But how many of them are actually there with you? Not just filling empty space. This is where the idea of true legacy comes into place. Because if you want something substantial, something that actually means something to people, you cannot limit yourself to a 60-second video. You can use it for advertising. You can jump on social media trends to help boost your numbers, to boost your publicity. You know what? I get it. At the time of this recording, I have music tracks, I have books, I have movies, I have potential space launches, I have a potential expedition out into the jungle, all lined up. I had some potential space opportunities involved, but then they realized just how tall I am. Which is why I had to rely on the aliens to get my ass off this rock.
The screen door hangs a little low. Same loose hinge, same Sunday glow. Your name still drifts off that old phone like dust in a beam I can't outrun. I found your boots by the back shed wall, still caked with mud from that county fair. And every room in this little house feels a little less empty when you're there. I shut the window, I light the stove, but some old memories won't let go. They tap the glass when the wind runs cold and lean in close like they know me well. Ghosts from the past won't stay in the past. They sit on the porch and never leave fast. Ghosts from the past know where my heart's at. I wave them on by, but they just come back. Your letters sleep in a coffee tin, folded neat with the creases worn thin. One says sorry, one says stay, one just faded with the rain. Now the gravel sings under every wheel, and I half expect your door to squeal. There's a shadow in the passenger's side that wears your smile when I drive at night. I tell myself just let it go, but memory's a stubborn old dog, you know. It circles back to the same front step with dirt on its paws and a broken chain. Ghosts from the past won't stay in the past. They sit on the porch and never leave fast. Ghosts from the past know where my heart's at. I wave them on by, but they just come back. But maybe that's the price of the road I chose. Every mile leaves a mark it knows. Some folks fade, some folks stick like smoke in the rafters of a house that broke. So if I hear you in the screen door slam, or see you in the flash of a passing van, I don't run, I just let it stand. 'Cause love can linger like a calloused hand. Ghosts from the past won't stay in the past. They sit on the porch and never leave fast. Ghosts from the past know where my heart's at. I wave them on by, but they just come back.
But I digress. How many of you feel like you could be in a crowd of people, just walk away, and no one would notice that you were gone? How many of you have been in situations where you've been somewhere, maybe for a few hours, then people start to actually realize you're there? How many of you feel like the people that you care about, people you love, The second things go down, the second things get hard, how many of them would actually stick around? How many of you pursue the things you pursue in life because you're trying to become the person that you wish you had? When it comes to legacy, we can't just be so short minded. We can't just rely on TikTok streams and test one, two, test one, two. Okay. I apologize if the audio quality is not the best. I just realized my good microphone is not plugged in. Jesus Christ. Oh, maybe I need to get my team in the house more. Let's go to break real quick. All right. Sounding good? We here? Good. Where was it? Ah, yes. Legacy. You know, not too long ago, someone who I greatly admire and respect, there was a conversation going on about spirits and how it seemed like after death, the spirits that are allegedly earthbound, they always seem to just be upset, be down in the dumps. Whereas those who have allegedly moved on, they're much more joyful in their interactions. My grandfather, shortly after he passed away and he started making his appearances, you know what some of the EVPs with his voice were talking about? His hair came back. And he was sounded very much like the goofy old fart I remembered. Considering it was cancer that took him away and the number of times where the reality of his sickness, how much it was starting to take from him before he passed on, it was good to hear him like that after those memories. But in terms of someone like my grandfather, there is one thing that he disclosed to me in life that he saw as one of his only regrets. And it's probably something I shouldn't share on air, but it proves my point in the regards I'm trying to say overall with this show and not just this episode. And that is my grandfather, he hated the fact that his kids turned out like him. That was his regret in life. Being that I was about 13, 14 years old when I heard this, getting at the point of life where between my grandfather dying of cancer, my father going to prison, and just realizing I was on the doorstep of legal adulthood at the time, it's something that made me question what kind of marks that I wanted to leave behind in the event that one day I do have kids. It's been a discussion with a few of the lady loves in my life that many of them seem to be confused by when I say this. And it's how, when it came to whether or not actually wanted to have kids, many of you who followed me for a while probably assume, obviously, yes, I do, because of the whole Olivia paradox thing. Between the statement with my grandfather and honestly, the number of times my ghost hunts turned into domestic assault investigations, how many times I've heard people look at me and say that they wish that, like me, they decided to take on life, to travel, to build businesses, to try to explore themselves before they settled down in life. And that got me to thinking about how I actually want to be, should that time ever come. Do I want to have kids? Yeah, sure. If I have kids, I'm going to welcome them with open arms, but it is not my priority. Ultimately, my priority in this life is making sure that if those kids go to come walking through my door, the metaphorical door that is my life, that they feel welcome, they feel loved, they feel safe enough to be complete, total weirdos. But the only thing they ever have to be concerned about is whether or not they have the right color crayon for the picture they're trying to draw. How many of us are carrying the marks of our parents who didn't aim for that? Who got so caught up in their own traumas that they didn't start to realize how much they hurt their children until it was too late. How many times are people having to push themselves to the point of walking back from suicidal ideations in order to get people to realize, oh shit, I'm being an asshole? How many people here are going complete no contact with the very individuals that are supposed to have their back regardless of what happens in life? And how many people are sitting in romantic relationships right now, debating whether or not they should stay or whether they should go? Maybe not because their partner is abusive in any way, shape, or form. It's just that things just don't feel right. Things aren't lining up like you want them to. It truly is a sad thing when you think about it, is it? But if those remarks are getting some of you to think, how many of you are actually taking steps to do better, to build better, to incorporate genuine relationships that feed into your soul, that challenge you, that help you become a better version of yourself? How many of you can truly say that you are leading this life with your heart? That's what I would like for you to ask yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Social media, internet fame, hell, even celebrity stardom. Look how fragile a lot of that stuff is. Look how fragile we have become as a society for people to assume that hate campaigns and stalking and things like that are enough to completely ruin a person. Like the number of you who are trying to advocate for Donald Trump's impeachment. You tried that once before. He's still in office. And you know what? Perhaps that's the greatest reflection of society as a whole, of what we've allowed ourselves to become. How trying to commit ourselves to socializing behind screens has made us truly afraid, truly unknown to one another. What are you going to do to change that? And if it scares the living hell out of you, have you ever thought maybe that's the sign that it's perhaps the right thing to do? Because nothing that is ever truly easy, that's truly worth it in this life, will be easy to handle. And in fact, sometimes the greatest changes in our life start out with questionable decisions. The line between bravery and stupidity is thin, and the only thing that determines which is the outcome of the choices you make and how you handle the consequences. My name is Dakota Franson. Letters have been sent out to scout out for some better interviews, so hopefully you're not going to have to go through this entire season listening to me blab on. Much love and take care.
We spent this time tearing down the armor, exposing the cracks in the mask. But knowing your damage doesn't fix it. Taking massive action does. Are you gonna crawl back into the numb comfort of isolation? Or are you gonna stand up and reclaim your authentic life? Stop treating your world like a panic-gripped lifeline. Let the love in your life be your satellite, guiding source of light, warmth, and direction.